So if we run out of whiskey, tough. If you have any questions at any point throughout the evening about whiskey, about Scotland, about, well, me speaking too quickly or slurring my words, do feel free just to shout them at me, and I will be happy to, to answer them for you, or at least try and answer them for you. If I can't answer them for you, we give you another dram and you hopefully forget the question. Obviously we have set up whiskygeeks.com, so do put your emails in there for hopefully bringing me across in some more free holidays in the future. I know what you're all thinking, it's all on your minds. You're looking at me thinking, who's this kid? Is he still in high school? Is he old enough to drink here in the States? This is what happens if you drink the right amount of whiskey every day for 65 years. I got my bus pass last week. No, I'm just kidding. Just to give you my story, I suppose, just before we start the drinking. I have been working with Scotch Whisky ever since I was legally old enough, which in Scotland is since I was 18. On my 18th birthday, I was sitting at home looking at the front window, and my Auntie Mary walked past, and I got quite excited about this because normally my Auntie Mary and her husband, Uncle Lindsay, brought really good gifts. So here she comes with my birthday present. I'm 18, this is going to be good. She comes in the front door, and it transpires that she'd completely forgotten my 18th birthday. Now, that for any teenager is quite hard to take. It's even harder to take when she remembers your twin sister's birthday, which happens to fall on the same day. However, she made up with it, with the best gift I think you can give any 18-year-old Scots guy. She said, what was that? Booze. Booze, exactly. She said, how would you like to come and be a tour guide at the local distillery? I thought, great. This is going to be superb for my public speaking skills in high school English. And second of all, I'm going to get staff discount at a distillery. Who can argue with that? So I turned up there, I knew absolutely nothing about Scotch whisky. I was a beer drinker at that point. And I realised that very quickly with this stuff, if you put a glass of whisky down in front of two people, they will very quickly start talking to each other. They will be nosing and tasting exactly the same chemical compounds as each other. We'll all be doing that this evening. But they'll all come up with different opinions. These whiskies are going to kickstart, hopefully, good memories for most of you. And those kind of grey areas that come from that glass of spirit gets conversation going. And that normally leads to another glass of whisky, and another glass of whisky. If you're down to, I don't know, half a bottle of whisky, you swap phone numbers. If someone's lost the court, then the two M words, murder and marriage, tend to come to mind. We'll try and avoid that this evening. But it was that kind of that relationship that people had over a glass of just this spirit that we produce in Scotland that really got me interested. Every story I handed out, I got 2 or 3 different ones back. I ended up staying at Glenkinchie as a tour guide for 5 years. After the 3rd year, I must have been doing something right. I took a lady round, a lady called Annabelle Meikle, who worked at the Scotch Malt Whisky Society, and at the end of the tour, instead of giving me a £10 note as a tip, she said, would you like a job at my whisky bar up in Edinburgh? 2 staff discounts in the Scotch whisky industry. So for me, the next 2 years involved working 9 to 5 at a distillery, and then 6 o'clock until the bar finished at a whisky bar. So my whisky world pretty much just exploded, I suppose.